Hi, everybody. So I teach seventh and eighth grade ELA, and one of the things that I have picked up on since I started teaching that particular grade level is that there's a really big maturity difference between my seventh graders and my eighth graders. Um, and obviously, there's a lot of variable in maturity anyway in that age group where they're just starting puberty and there's just a lot going on with brain development. But um, I noticed especially that my seventh graders need a lot more scaffolding when it comes to communicating behavior expectations. So, um, for instance, today I had a student who was using a fidget and he needs the fidget. It really does help him, but he often um, uses it inappropriately. So I caught him like poking another student with his fidget. And so my first instinct was to say, like, stop doing that, but I realized that for him, in order for him to really understand the why, I had to say, when you poke this other student with your fidget, it not only disrupts their learning, but it also shows me that you're not paying attention to what's going on around you. And so therefore you're disrupting your own learning. And instead, I need you to keep your fidget in your own hands and use it only as a tool to help you focus. Um, and sometimes it feels like that should go without saying, but they're still learning. They're seventh graders. Um, so lots of scaffolding, but um, I'm finding that in this class, I'm using my technology in different ways and in more intentional ways. So, for instance, the Prezi that I mentioned, I've been using with my eighth graders. Um, we're really taking it slow with it because Prezi is a very new platform for them as well. And so I'm doing a fair amount of supporting them through practice and examples and all of that stuff. But they are going to be starting their research tomorrow. I keep having to push it back because it's taking a little bit longer than I originally anticipated. But I'm finding that my evaluation process, especially after reading the articles this week, um, it's definitely going to have to be adjusted. So in the past, I've been looking at like how easy is this platform to use for somebody who's never used it before? How much does it cost? Because I never want my students to have to pay for something so that they can access it for school. I think that it leads to a lot of equity issues. Um, I'm really cognizant of security and privacy issues, especially where I'm working with middle schoolers. Shareability, I want them to be able to collaborate with each other and share it with me easily without it, without having to go through all kinds of different avenues. And then I also really like a platform that has good support. So I'd like to be able to find a help page on the platform that hopefully answers any possible questions I could have. Usually a quick Google search can kind of solve that problem, but um, you know. So I found that the three frameworks have definitely been at the forefront of my mind as I've been working through this class and trying to incorporate technology with a little bit more intentionality. And I think, especially going back to the Prezi example, um, I'm finding that they definitely make more of a showing when I'm trying to think about all the different ways that I can have my students collaborate and be creative and communicate not just with each other or with me, but with maybe a greater audience. And so they're definitely really helpful in terms of trying to figure out what would be a good platform and what would not be. Um, so I think that is it. It's late and I am tired, so hopefully I didn't miss anything.